What's up, collectors and Transformers enthusiasts? Today we're going to be taking a look at the recently in-hand images of Transformers WFC Kingdom Core Class Hot Rod. Starting off with the promo picture, because this was a photo that was initially going to make a video on, and then I was like, nah, I'm just not going to make this video. A lot of figures were coming out, you know, a lot of awesome pictures and awesome images, information left and right, more relevant than this guy, because I don't know about you guys, but I don't feeling this. I don't know, I don't like it at all. It's just, I had a lot of expectations, and I know that, you know, if you have, you know, high expectations, you're eventually going to be disappointed. I understand that, but they kind of brought that to themselves because they were dropping so many good core class figures, man. We're talking super accurate to the G1 representation Warfare Cybertron series, and they had a lot of mobility and a lot of things going for them. And then this is what they bring, you know, as a hot rod figure. It looks like a kid's toy. I'm not gonna lie, it looks like, you know, a toy that I'm gonna find on my little brother's room, and I'm just not feeling it. For comparisons, you guys can see how truly not accurate this guy is. Well, you can see that, you know, the G1 representation looks a lot more better. I mean, duh. And it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. Don't get me wrong, it looks good as a toy perspective. It has a lot of mobility. It has a sword. The vehicle mode looks accurate, you know, to his particular representation of the Warfare Cybertron if he was gonna, you know, appear on it. And I get what they were going for, and you know, it's good. But again, the standard for the core class line is so high, then when they drop things like this, it's just irrelevant. This is gonna just sleep on shelves. I don't think nobody's gonna get it, and if you guys like it, then just go for it. But I just don't think it's the same league as Soundwave, Optimus, Starscream, Megatron, and all the good core class figures that we got so far. I think he belongs next to Rattrap maybe, and you know, Dracodon and Vertebrae. I think he belongs there, and maybe not, because Rattrap is a good figure. It's really accurate, it's really good, it has a lot of mobility, so I don't even think he's in the same league as Rattrap. It's way below. And it's funny because in my last video I was talking that I was expecting, you know, something similar to the 86 Hot Rod figures, and I was talking that it's pretty much impossible to do, and you know, it's kind of 50-50 if they were going for it. But I kind of knew that they were gonna release something along these lines, and in my eyes, this is exactly what I see when I look at this core class Hot Rod figure. Like, nothing different whatsoever. Yes, he has a lot of mobility, but this is what I see in my eyes. But enough of me giving you a personal opinion. Let's go ahead and give you an objective look at the actual in-hand images of Hot Rod, and as you can see, it looks a lot better, just like every single time. Like, the promo pictures in comparison with the in-hand, it's just day and night. Like, they look way better. You can appreciate the figure a little bit more. You can see the skeleton in detail, the paint distribution. It just gives you an idea of how it's gonna look on your hands. And by looking at these, they look a little bit better. I'm still not gonna get this guy, but they look a little bit better. You can see that the skeleton in detail looks fantastic. The chest, I'm loving the chest. You can see the flames, the Autobot logo there. That's accurate to the actual G1 representation. I appreciate that. The actual face code looks good. It can look a little bit better, but it looks good. You can see the spoiler is rocking on the back. It's accurate. You can see that the arms look good, and it has a lot of mobility. You can see, you know, a couple of bolt joints there, left and right. And you can see the sword. It's really nice painted, so it has some nice sculpted in detail, as well as some nice paint distribution. And on the legs, you can see that sculpted in detail translates beautifully into the legs themselves. Taking a quick look at the back, you can see that the right picture has the back of the figure, and well, there's nothing going for it. This is a core class figure, so it has a budget of $10. This is completely, you know, understandable. And you can see that it has the front of the vehicle mode on the back of the legs. If you open the panel on the back, or the mini backpack, whatever you're gonna call it, you can reveal absolutely nothing. You can see that it's just gaps all over the place. You can see even some screws there, and this is completely understandable. Again, this is a budget of $10, so I cannot burn them for this. And if you're curious like me, you want to see and know how the actual packaging looks, this is how it looks. You can see, you know, the image of Hot Rod on the top, the typical Kingdom logo on the bottom, the display of the figure itself, and just overall it looks, you know, exactly the same as the other ones. Just the artwork itself looks amazing. On the back, typical images of the robot mode and vehicle mode, as well as steps you need to transform it, and other than that, that's pretty much it for the actual packaging. Now moving on to the actual vehicle mode itself, this is the part that I like the most. Why? Because it's accurate to the G1 representation, and it's kind of, you know, looks slick. I like it. I like the overall aesthetic of it, and for comparisons, you guys can see what I'm talking about and why I'm so excited about this vehicle mode in particular is that, well, you can see that exactly the same as the G1 representation. You can see the flames on the hood as well as the engine bay. The Autobahn logo is not there. That's really sad. You can see the spoiler, you can see, you know, the windows and all that, the pipes on the sides. I understand that, you know, this is a $10 figure. That's why you don't see no rims. You see the typical mini peg thingamajigs there that they used to peg in the wheels. But other than that, that's pretty much it for the comparison. Moving on to the actual in-hand images, you can see the skeleton detail looks fantastic. The paint distribution is just superb, man. It actually pops so much that I like it. If I ever end up picking this guy, is because of the vehicle mode, just to pair it off with that awesome core class Optimus that we got for the core class line. And again, I've been nitpicking that Optimus is the only Autobot that we got so far, and now that this guy is available, then I may get this guy on clearance or something like that, but best believe I'm not paying $10 for this guy. And for another angle of the back, this time of the vehicle mode, you can see that the feet end up on the back, and I don't know how it's gonna work because you guys saw that, you know, on the raw mode, the actual hood ends up behind the legs, and now you can see that obviously the hood is on the front and the legs are on the back. So I don't know how the transformation is gonna work, but I'm really curious on how this is gonna, you know, translate into the actual vehicle mode itself. But that being said, that brings us to the end of the video. As always, leave your thoughts in the comments down below. I'm really interested to see and know your opinion on the subject, especially what you think about this hot rod. Are you like me, that is not feeling the overall aesthetics of the figure, or you completely like it? It's a must-have for you? Leave that on the comments. I'm really curious. But that's pretty much it for the whole thing. I hope you enjoy it. If you did, please leave a like. It really helps you to algorithm the house my videos get out in a while. So if you get any value anime content, please subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. But this is pretty much it for Transformers WFC Kingdom Core Class Hot Rod.